Hi, it's Matt from Go Green Auto. So here we have a Renault Kangoo electric van. This is actually a battery owned van, so that 22 kilowatt hour battery pack that sits down there under the floor is owned on this one. You don't have the battery lease arrangement, and that is because this is a I model, and you can always tell a battery owned Kangoo because you have the little I there on the back of the back doors there on the badge, and also in the logbook. If you have a look on the inside of this one, it's ply lined, doesn't have a bulkhead. You got the little sort of ladder frame thing there behind the driver's seat. You can easily put a bulkhead in these if you were to buy one from a scrapyard or breakers. All the holes are there, they're easy enough to bolt in. They're in two part. What can I tell you about the back? It's been used obviously, but the plies are all in reasonable good condition. Here we have our charge cables, and this one has two cables. So we've got the portable charger, so that means you can charge the van on a 3-pin plug, and there's the type 2 connector there that goes in the front of the vehicle. This is quite a long portable charger as well. I can't remember exactly how long it is, I'll put it on the screen. But longer than the normal of the OEM original Renault ones. And this is the charge cable, type 2 to type 2, 15 metre black cable there. It's a brand new cable because there wasn't one with the vehicle, so that's all still wrapped up in its bags. So these Kangoo vans, they have a 3.5 kilowatt AC charging up front, so this is the cable you would use to plug into your home charger or workplace wall charger or any public charging posts. And then this is the cable you would use if you want to charge on a 3-pin plug. They do take a little bit longer because these can only draw 10 amp, whereas using a wall charger it would draw 16 amp. But these are very handy when you're out on site because of course you can get a top up throughout the day and restore the battery probably back up to full. And of course everywhere has got normal main sockets. So the purpose of these videos primarily is to show the condition. And I'm very honest, I point out every little stone chip, mark or scratch. I don't hide anything, there's absolutely no point, because I want people to know exactly what they're buying. And then that gives people the confidence to buy the vehicle without coming to view it first, and then I get it delivered to you. And I can deliver these anywhere in the country, and it will come to you on a flatbed or a trailer, and it'll be fully charged and ready to use. So, really tidy van, this one. It's quite exceptional condition, really. There's just a few little things I'm going to show you. And as always, you can go on the website and there's a photo gallery, so anything I'm going to point out I've taken pictures, and you can zoom right up in the pictures and have a really good detailed look. So starting around this side, tyres are all like new. Tyre tread depths are on the website. The wheel trims are all very good as well. These Kangoos have a unique wheel trim, and they protrude rather and have a habit of getting scratched up, but very good on this. So really very few things to show you, and I'm going to be really picky as well. On the bonnet here there's a little mark there, it's a little scratch in the paint, couple of inches. It may well polish out, but very, very tiny. And then looking round here, wheel trim is all really nice. There's a little bit of a scratch there on the spoke on that wheel trim, but yeah, just a plastic wheel trim at the end of the day. There's a couple of little marks in the paint. There was some, was it on this door? There was a couple of bits where I had to put a couple of dabs of white paint. But it obviously wasn't that door because I can't see them. There's stuff blowing out of the fields at the moment, and it's covering the van in stuff off the crop. Anyway, tiny little dent there in the back door, really tiny. I didn't even notice that before. The rest of it is all dent free down there, very nice condition. Looking round the back, there's a couple of little dents in the back doors there. You always get that on the Kangoos because it's where the wrong door gets slammed first, and the latches smack on the other door. This does have the rubber bung there, they always go missing, but no, really tidy. And then round here, there's a bit of scratching here on the bumper plastic, and there's this bit here, it's obviously been scraped, but it's taken the ripple effect out of the plastic, so it's a really light scrape, but it's because it's gone smooth, it does show up there. A little bit of scratching there on the wheel trim, and then there's a couple of tiny dents in the driver's door, one tiny one there but really small, another one there on that crease, so it does show up a little bit more, but all better than average, I would say. Door cards are all good. Interior is excellent. The seat has absolutely no wear. They all look like new still. You've got some rubber mats on the floor, and yeah, very, very clean and tidy inside. And I'll just start it up, and then we can see here the mileage is 21,270 miles. So this van has got a radio with Bluetooth and MP3 USB. There's our mic up there for the hands-free. We do have two keys. The other key's in ignition. There's the other. But yeah, very tidy. Doesn't have air conditioning. Most of the Kangoos don't, because that's an extra. And I'll just show you the paperwork while we're here. So yeah, got all the original handbooks with the radio security code, and 2 services, the last one just being done, and the logbook shows 1 previous keeper, so 2 keepers from new, and the registration date is the 26th of June 2015. And the MOT is until the 11th of the 9th 2020. So the last MOT was done at 21,273 miles. So no, sorry, 63 miles. So it's hasn't been used since the last MOT, basically. It's done only 7 miles or so since the last MOT test. And just obviously everything works as it should do. It's an absolutely faultless van. Vans do have preconditioning, so what that means is you can set a timer, well, set a time on the dash, what time you're going to leave in the morning, and while the vehicle is connected to your wall charger, it will wake up and put the heating on, and in the winter it will melt the ice off the windows and get the vehicle ready for your drive. So when you get in, it's already nice and warm, and maybe then you can do your drive without the heating. So when you unplug, you've still got 100% range, 100% battery, but your car is, well, your van is already preconditioned and warm. So it's a great tool that in the winter you don't lose a significant amount of range because of the heating use, because you can precondition it before you drive. So the charging on the Kangoos, the charge port's at the front behind the Renault badge. Type 2 AC charging only. This one's actually missing the inner charge flap here that protects the Type 2 connector. Common problem on all the Renaults, the Kangoos and the Zoes, they all snap off. It's got a very weak hinge. However, I do have another cap that's coming. It'll be in the post probably today actually, that will go over that. Not that it's really needed, because the front flap with this rubber does a good enough job of weatherproofing it. But anyway, there will be another cap on there. So these are a 3.6 kilowatt AC charging, so typically overnight charging. A full charge on these to charge the battery from 0 to full is about 4.5 hours, 5 hours, something like that. So these are no good for the long distance driving because they don't have DC rapid charging, so you can't get that quick 30-minute charge. It's going to charge at 3.5 kilowatt no matter what charger you plug into. But they're ideal for that sort of city driving, or if you've just got a normal local delivery route, or you're only driving locally. There's lots of tradesmen that only work locally, and then during the day they're at work, so most people actually drive less miles than they think. So the range of these vehicles, it depends very much how you drive, but it's somewhere between 80 and 90 miles. The battery pack on this, I've scanned the battery, and the battery is still at 100%, so it's got a absolutely fantastic battery on it for a vehicle of this age. So if you drive gently and drive economically, you can get just over 90 miles in these. But as always, range is dependent on how you drive, just like it is with a petrol or diesel. So this van is ready, so if you're interested, give me a call or email. As I said, I can deliver these anywhere in the country. And just to recap, this is a battery owned 22 kilowatt hour Kangoo van, and it has got the 2 charge cables. So the type 2 to type 2 AC charging cable to plug into a wall charger, and that portable charger, often called a granny cable, that allows you to charge it from a 3-pin plug. I'll also just add, to get a wall charger installed, the government grant provides £350 towards the cost, and they end up costing around £400 to get installed, and the installer will claim that grant on your behalf, and normally they take 2 to 3 weeks to get installed, but of course you've got that portable charger in the back there that allows you to charge it on a 3-pin plug in the meantime. And charging on that 3-pin plug, that does take a bit longer, but it'll always be charged by the morning on a battery of this size, so absolutely no problem there.